I just wanted to show you the basics of setting up a freshwater fish tank. So basically, as you can tell, there are quite a few fish in this tank. I would say it's a well-stocked tank right now. A few of these fish, 3 of them are growing out for the 75-gallon tank. But this is a Fluval all-in-one 32-gallon. What it basically means to be an all-in-one tank is that the lighting system, the hood, and the filtration is all built in to the tank. So the nice thing is you don't have any hang-on back filters. You can put the heater in that back section, and it gives you a nice aesthetic for the viewing angle of the tank itself. This one also has a kind of a bowed front, so you can have a nice viewing angle, and it makes the fish look pretty large in certain spots. So that's the Fluval 32-gallon. We also have a 15-gallon and a 75-gallon acrylic tank is on the way. Here are some of the things that I use for the tank. The main one being that you have to condition the water, so definitely make sure you condition your tap water. Also, this is the starter bacteria. It doesn't really matter which brand you get, but this will help with the bacteria and getting your nitrates, your ammonia cycle, all that stuff going a lot faster, so you can put fish in and feel safe about them living. This is the water clarifier. This, I would say, after you've had the tank going for a little while, the water clarifier just makes it nice. It takes out all of the small particles in the tank. It gathers them up and puts them through your filter, and it'll get really cloudy in your tank, and then it'll get really clear, which is pretty cool. These are some of the foods that I feed the fish. I'll go over the fish in a second. This is the New Life Spectrum. It's just a little pellet that floats for a second and then starts to sink, and they really like those. Cichlid Gold, this is really nice for the color of the cichlids. So the Oscar cichlid, the firemouth, which there's an Oscar there, there's a firemouth there, so those are in the tank. And these float and they will just go up to the top and grab them. The Tetra Color, this is a flake food. I would say this is just good for everyone overall. I wouldn't use it every time, and you just really want to use a pretty small pinch of food, just enough for them to eat before it hits the bottom, or if it does hit the bottom, the Bolivian rams will usually grab it off the bottom as well. Some of the items that you use as well, polyfill. So some people don't know, but polyfill is really good to just put in, and then every week when you do your water change usually, or every 2 weeks, change that filter floss out, just toss it out and put new stuff in. That'll catch a lot of the poop and a lot of the leftover food and things like that that get sucked in through the filter. So just put that in your filter somewhere. Circulation pump, I would recommend a circulation pump. This is a big one. This one's designed for the 75-gallon. I put it in the 32, and everything got stirred up pretty crazy to the point where the sand was just getting shot into the water column, which was not great. So the water still needs to be cleared up a bit. I'm gonna do a water change today and do some clarity, and I'll show you guys what it looks like after that. Scrub brush, so this one's for acrylic. You can use it on glass or acrylic, but the acrylic ones are definitely made for acrylic. You don't wanna use a glass one on the acrylic tank. You will scratch your acrylic tank. Mag float, same idea. I usually actually don't end up needing this because the algae is pretty minimal in the tank. Depending on your water conditions and your lighting, you may have to use a scraper a little bit more often, especially when you're first setting up a tank. Let's go over the fish real quick. So these are longfin rosy barbs. There's 3 of them in the tank. These are Julie's favorite. They'll actually get about twice that size, and they're already probably 3-4 inches with the 2.5-3 inches, I would say, with the tail. This is an electric blue Jack Dempsey. He's going into the bigger tank. He's gonna be probably a 7 or 8 inch fish when he's full grown. These tiger barbs school together, they're pretty cool. There's 5 of them in the tank. They're almost full grown at this point. They're pretty good size, height and width, and they have that nice orange and black coloration, which is cool. The Bolivian rams here, they will keep coloring up. You can see some of the red that's coming in on them, and they're almost, no, they're pretty close to full grown. They'll get a little bit thicker, a little bit bigger overall. Let's see, here's the star of the show. This is the albino tiger lemon Oscar. So he's got great yellow color with awesome tiger pattern, and he's an albino fish. He will get monstrous. He's probably gonna be 12 inches when he's full grown, and a very thick big boy. And there's the firemouth cichlid right there. He looks similar to the Bolivian ram right now, but he will color up really nicely and he'll get big. He's gonna probably get about 6 inches maybe in overall length. And I think that is everybody in the tank. So some of these will stay in here, the others will go into the 75, and I will make another video soon. Thanks.